You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
What's up, Crypto Fam? Welcome to the Extra Bullish Hour with your hosts, the Bagman, Berserker, Uncle Buster, and Fuma Boys. Smash those likes and the subscribe button on the way in. Thanks, fam.
Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up, pump it up.
Now buckle up and let's get bullish. Extra bullish.
Extra bullish. Pump it, pump. Go,
Pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up.
You want that bag?
To the moon.
You want that bag?
Up.
Pump that bag.
Pump it.
Which bag you want? How do you want it?
Pump it up.
Pump it,
bags up.
pump it,
Pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up.
pump it,
Pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up.
pump it,
Pump it up.
pump it up,
Pump it up.
Get it.
Pump it up.
pump it,
Pump it up. Gotta pump
Get
my
it.
bags up. Pump
Pump
it to the moon. Pump my
it.
bags up.
Pump it up.
Pump it.
I'm trying to pump it up.
To the moon.
I'm all out of breath.
Pump my bags up. Pump it up.
Welcome back to the Pump Show. Extra bullish hour. Appreciate everybody tuning in, jumping in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Berserker, Uncle Buster, Puma, Nerdy in the building. Extra bullish hour. We do this every Sunday, 10:05 PST. Wake up, get your extra bullishness going. What's up?
Good morning.
What up, man? How y'all doing?
Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off.
Jesus. Open a fast food restaurant.
Extra bullish hour. What's up, ladies and
XRP,
gents?
move on, baby.
We got
GDLT.
Yeah, I
What's
just-
up, pimp?
I can't even hear you guys. Hello?
Pump it up, bro. The pumpage is too loud, bro.
Shout out to the XR peeps and pumps and pimps.
The pimps and pumps peeps. Bro. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Extra bullish hour. We talk crypto. Let's go. So, what do you think, bro? What do you think? What do you think, man? We got
What do
we got Metallicus. We got all these coins getting ready to go. SHX already made a mad run. What do you think, bro? We got lots of stuff coming up.
Super
They trying to shake us out.
The calm before
Yeah,
the
bro.
storm.
They want
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Yep.
All season,
I
boys.
think it's interesting. John Deaton is running for state senator against old girl, and I hope he gets to win. If he gets to win,
Oh,
Pocahontas is out of town.
Pocahontas.
You see, they were throwing shade to
Hey,
Dude, that's
Deaton.
like one of the biggest psyops ever.
like,
Yeah, they
you
were
know,
throwing
once
shade.
it starts
Let
throwing,
keep pumping now.
once
about
it
to say,
starts
we're-
throwing shade
I
at
feel like
me,
we're
you
in
know
there.
that. Hell yeah. This is gonna be good,
I think we're
I'm
imminent,
proud.
but
bro. I think Dean's gonna win. To be honest, I think he's gonna take it.
You think so?
Legit,
Elizabeth
bro.
Warren is kind of a
Legit.
troll, man. She's like the troll with a battering ram, and she's a gatekeeper. She's old school, like KYC. So I know who you are, so I can get your money. I want your money. It's
She's
not.
Indian?
It's not right.
she's
Like,
Indian
it
too.
Yeah,
She's what?
it wasn't even
She's
Indian,
right?
like native
She's
Indian.
not Indian, man. She ain't no Native American, bro.
Oh,
Bro,
she
so
is.
hold on. She's an old school California. Remember, we used to call them people $5 Indians back in the day because they pay $5 to be registered as a Native American in California. Bro, like seriously, she's a $5 Indian, bro. She ain't no real Indian. She has no features, no nothing. You know what I'm
She got
saying?
that
No
grant
nothing.
back in the day, right? Didn't she get like the grant?
Yeah, she lied.
Bro.
Remember back in the day when during the gold rush, people were registering as Native Americans for $5? That's California history.
Elizabeth is like a life politician. Like she made it's her career to make money off that. You know what I mean? So they're all
Yeah,
grinding.
man, that's like me
All
registered
of
as
them,
an
they're all
Austrian, bro. That's like me saying I'm an Austrian or some shit, or I'm a what's it called? I have Viking descendancy. All 5'7" of me.
You're the special kind. You're that.
I
You're
can't
that
even
dark
watch
Viking,
it no more, bro.
The dark
I
Viking.
can't even watch anybody in politics. I don't even want to hear them talk, man. I don't even give a shit what they say. But
they're all just talking heads. We're all just talking
Yeah.
heads at the end of the day.
But she straight up
it's
said,
like-
she's like, no one can have a fucking ledger. No one can have a private ledger. No one can have a decent wallet. No, if I'm Elizabeth Warren, you're not gonna have it. And I was like, all right, you just lost all your votes.
Well, yeah, she's just getting paid. She's just getting paid to do that, though. She's not making these decisions on her own, you know.
Yeah, but she works. Well, when she wrote up that bill, she teamed up with the bankers. She teamed up with JP Morgan. But she wrote up the whole
Yeah,
thing.
because
Right?
they're gonna compensate her with a bunch of XRP later on for like doing such a good job of mind games, you know.
Yep.
The banks are gonna just hook her up with the amount of XRP they got. They got like freaking who knows how many billions of XRP by now for it being under $1 for like so long, dude. Dude, banks like that's the funny thing. We're acting like banks don't have any of these digital assets. They've been custodying them for like years, dude. And that's the reason XRP price is so low, is it keeps letting them accumulate a bunch.
Well, we know that.
But
there's
we're
private
also
ledgers.
acting like these politicians like Warren aren't already pre-selected, pre-funded, prepaid for,
Right. Yeah.
unvoted, unvoted in. Like, yeah. So
None of these people
It
are really
goes-
voted in, man. Nobody's really voted in. It's all about money.
yeah.
It's all about freaking money.
But even like
Exactly.
We know that.
They're
So-
puppeted in.
All right, I got a hypothetical.
even like
You
the
got money,
political
you can make
side,
anybody
though,
president, dude.
and the XRP side, it's like
Hell yeah.
people will say like, "Oh, it's all planned out," but then they still catch you like in the everyday drama. Oh, when's the AMM? When's this? Like, like I truly believe it's all planned out. So you're not going to move my emotions with fucking the AMM didn't go through there. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You know it's coming. It's going to roll out. Like, yeah. You know, I just can't even. I don't even give a shit anymore about news. Any news, bro. Any news.
Yeah.
You did. You
Yeah.
know, just
So-
keep doing the work. Stack what you believe in, and
Exactly.
we're getting close, man.
Okay, I
Hell
got a
yeah.
hypothetical
So
question
close.
for you all. I got a hypothetical
Yeah.
question for you all. We'll start
What's
off with bags. Here's the question. You can give up half of your XRP bags today to Elizabeth Warren directly, and it goes to 50,000, or you wait 5 years and give her nothing and it goes to 50,000 a coin. What would you do, Mr. Bagman?
Man, I'm getting my golden passport. I'm out of here.
Bruh, you didn't answer the question. You gonna give half your bag to her and get the 50,000 XRP immediately?
I'll be
Or you
in
gonna
Puerto
wait
Rico.
5 to here?
It's door
the
number
answer, I
3.
guess, is yeah.
Door number 3. It don't matter.
I'll be in Puerto Rico,
I'm leaving.
bitches. You ain't getting none of this. I'll give it to Puerto Rico.
There you go.
Hey, he said he wasn't even gonna negotiate. He was just gonna leave the country on you, dog. All right, let's go with Berserker.
I'm
What
not
about
giving
you?
her shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not giving that bitch nothing. I'll wait.
Buster, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, she ain't getting nothing. We didn't have to wait 5 years. We're like right around the corner anyway.
Wait, what's the situation again, Fuma? Tell me.
Oh, give Elizabeth Warren half your bag right now, and the coin instantly goes to 50,000 a coin, or wait 5 years and it goes to 50,000 a coin.
I'll give her half my bag right now, go to 50,000 a coin now, and then I'll buy SHX sub a penny, and then I'll be good.
Yeah.
We'll be good.
All right, Nerdy, go. Then we gonna let Berserker go. Go ahead, Nerdy.
I'm waiting. She's not getting nothing. Not getting my XRP.
No one gets
It
my
depends on how
XRP.
big your if you've been investing in XRP, taking into consideration half of this is going to go away to Elizabeth Warren, then you're good. You planned it out. I'm
All right,
buying
Berserker.
50,000 per coin.
Well, my first of all, my ledger got lost in a boating accident, so I only have like one Zum account.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
And there's
that's what you
only
would tell
like
her.
300 Zerps on that Zum account, so I'll give her 150 Zerps at 50K, and I'll go change my life. And then I'll find
go,
my
Berserker.
ledger again. I'll find my ledger at the bottom of the lake.
Or use a
There we go,
quantum
Nitro.
computer and extract your shit.
Right. They'll extract your shit.
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange style. Tape your eyelids open. You'll watch the massacre happen as the quantum computer jacks your bag. That's
Not if you're on a tantrum.
I know.
Yeah.
Right?
Angus,
You gotta get
Angus
tangent
is
cards.
joking, right? Angus is joking when he says that, right?
What, what's
Angus
he
So
saying?
he said that before. Yeah, he said he lost his shit in a boating accident, but
Yeah.
I thought he was joking. I don't know.
He's
if
joking.
serious.
Oh yeah, that's the common joke,
Okay.
bro. Yeah.
All right.
Well, he's not joking.
Well, last
None
time
of us
he
are
said that,
joking.
people were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Angus." So I was like, "Did he really lose his shit?" Or
It's like
Here, we'll donate to you, Angus. We'll donate to you. He's like, yes.
none
it's
of us are
working.
joking, bro. We lost it all. Every single one of us got into a boating accident, and we lost all of our cold wallets, bro.
It's inside a
At the
whale's
same
In
belly.
the future, when we are filthy rich from XRP, we cannot ride on a same bus or plane. We cannot do that because
Definitely.
thereil
Right, it's
people
too
are
much
after
in
us, man.
We're gonna have to buy
We gotta-
teleporters. We'll have enough
Especially-
money
we
to
have
buy
to-
teleporters.
especially if it's deep state. Especially if
Yeah.
this shit is deep state, you can't.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
why
We have to shard
mofos
ourselves.
are going back
like
to
our
the banks,
keywords.
bro. If
We have
this
to
is deep
shard
state,
ourselves.
all you guys will be back in the banks. Guarantee it. You ain't- They'll be taking you out, man. Be
We gotta
I'm not even-
shart ourselves,
you know.
bro, like our seed words, dude. Shart everybody.
Yeah,
That's for
like-
safety. Shart yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna be on the
We'll be
road.
going to
crazy.
Sacktown meetups and just taking us down.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna be in the flying in my air taxi everywhere. Forget
Your
it.
air
Just be-
taxi.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
hell
gonna
no.
get a horse and buggy just so I can
Go hack that
get a-
thing, dude.
I'm gonna get a
Oh, they
horse and
won't?
buggy like the old kings back in the day, and just have like a caravan of people. I'm just gonna be sitting back in this thing, watching my
You got a
iPad, live
50
luxury life.
A 50-foot long velvet cape that you have a servant around with you.
Yes.
Just walking around. Yeah. You're wearing high heels like the old princes of old
Of
time
old.
wear. Yeah. The old like penny loafers with the heels, dude. Yeah.
I have that Prince outfit, with the fluffles and whatever in the front.
Definitely having a private chef for sure. Private chef is a must.
Yeah.
Private
Yeah.
chef is 100% must, bro.
Yeah. Well, we
Everywhere
won't
go.
drown him either, like Obama. So
Yo, Bags, I think you got
Yeah.
a drop on here, bro.
All right.
I want fresh food every time.
Cool show, $10.
What's up? Cool
Ooh-wee.
show.
Shout out
$10 super chat. He also joined as a member. Appreciate you.
Booty-hoo,
Nice.
Cool show.
Let's go.
You must
extra
have,
cold shower. Welcome aboard.
The cool thing about this price is it is low, and you don't have an excuse not to stack up. So when it blows, because I'm gonna tell you this, man, it's such an accumulation hour for this that when it blows, if anybody asks you for $1, you have the right to punch them in the face.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not even gonna be spending it. I'm just gonna probably just put all of it in liquidity pools and just getting money off of AMMs, bro. Why even spend it when you can just make you money?
That's true.
AMs.
Well,
Not
there's a
not
reason
everyone-
though. There is a
DeFi.
reason. Like,
everyone's gonna
Like,
be in this. Not
here-
everyone has a wallet. I don't even understands any of this stuff, right? We're like a little group
Yeah.
of people that actually understands any of this stuff.
What you got,
you want me
Buster?
to tell you one reason though? Because everybody's like off the hook with making income. When you make
Yeah.
income, residual, you're in the highest tax bracket, right?
Yeah.
I could withdraw for 15%. Yes, I'll lose some coins, but I didn't put in for 6 years to never touch XRP either. But you are at the highest tax bracket when you make income like that.
So the tax bracket
Oh
is
yeah,
like,
it's free
40%?
income.
40% tax bracket,
bro.
40, right?
40%.
40
So
sucks.
Nerdy
I'm
was
licking
dropping
some
bombs.
ice cream, and you guys fucking, I'll be on a boat fishing while you guys figure out all this residual income bullshit, and I'll be chilling. I'm like, yo, where'd I go now?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
wait,
love
hold
it
on,
'cause
I'm
if
busy.
No, I got
They got
I
that
gotta bait
business
this hook.
mind, bro.
I gotta hold-
Like, how much money is going to be enough money to not have to hustle anymore, bro? Or is the hustle permanently injected into our consciousness?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
once we become super duper uber goopy rich, goopy doopy rich, like,
Yeah.
are you going to
more
just
money,
stop
more problems,
hustling?
man. You're gonna
Like,
be running businesses. You're gonna probably keep working.
Yeah,
Man.
then you're playing
Well,
some
no.
rich.
You
Now
know
you're
one
playing
thing that
rich games. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
you
but
play
that's
the
what I was
rich
gonna say.
man's game.
Like, if you're gonna be in that tax bracket, and if you're gonna be doing all those things, well, you have to set yourself up. So you have to have like the different business entities. Make sure you have your tax deductions all set up. Make sure you have all your charities or whatever you need to do, or your nonprofits and all that. And just make sure you're legit that way, because you're welcome to the real world. You're in the tax game now, and you have to understand how money works and how all this stuff works. Because if you do, then guess what? You won't even be paying taxes. Taxes will be paying you. You'll be getting
Exactly.
a check, right? If you play your cards right.
boom,
I think
get the bag man.
We'll probably get
swag.
off on taxes. We'll probably get off on taxes because they're going to incentivize you to spend your XRP. But Joshua Lazuriaga, I'm getting better at that name, Lazuriaga. He says most people will sell some part of XRP eventually, but like I always said, ramp up, right? But if you think of this way, long term, whether they ramp up, go straight, flip the switch, the moment this happens, everybody will go down in XRP for the rest of their life. Your value could go up. Your value could go up your whole life, but your XRP coins are going down, and over time, they're getting them all back.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
And then when you die, and your bloodline starts fucking some shit up buying Bugattis, they're going to get them back at a higher rate. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
I was gonna say,
if this is
we're
set
the
up for 100
grandson
years,
crew. Yeah.
they will get almost every coin back over
They
time.
will.
Yeah.
And
bro.
people will fight
That's
over
just the
drops.
game.
Like, look at Bitcoin right now. People are like going crazy over someone holding 20 Bitcoin, 15 Bitcoin, 5 Bitcoin. People are going nuts over that.
Yeah, that
Think
is
about
so crazy.
Right?
So let me
Think
recap.
about-
So for you guys out there in the chat group, the team just said your kids are going to trick off half your money, so you better spend it now.
That's why you don't have kids.
We're gonna teach them different. They're gonna be building Earth homes and Earth ships and all kind of different stuff.
Bro, they ain't ready to hear about
That's
that
why you
shit
just
right
clone
now, bro.
yourself.
They ain't ready to hear that,
Clone young versions of yourself, so they'll just do the same thing.
Yeah, just buy a whole bunch of robots.
Don't have kids, just clone yourself.
Well, the whole
Robots.
point is to throw it into tangible. You throw it into tangible, and then you lock it into like trusts and like 99-year leases and shit, like crazy stuff where your kid, like, it's unfuck-upable.
Exactly.
Like,
I tell you what, this is how y'all gonna
you
do
make
it.
it where
This how
your
y'all
kids
gonna do
can't even fuck it up if they want.
What are we gonna do, Fuma?
You know what I mean?
Y'all just gonna go ahead and send it to me, and I'll just take care of all your kids.
There you go.
Thank you, buddy.
There you go. Just
I can
send it
trust
to
Fuma
Fuma.
with my Zerps.
Just send it all to me.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Are you just set
Oh,
up a
that's
trust?
funny.
You can set up a trust and set up an escrow, and then set up set up their address and put the
Yeah,
address in
send it
their
to me.
name. Do
They
all
don't
that.
know. They don't-
You got to
yeah,
diversify though, bro. You got to diversify, man. Like,
Yeah.
Into more
because even
XRP.
let's say we get our way, like it's a good system, blah blah blah. When the devil takes the system back, they're gonna go flip the switch the opposite way with a different coin, right? So
Yeah.
you set your shit up for 100
Pepe.
years.
Pepe's
Overnight,
100.
all people in the know are broke in
Yeah.
a reverse flip switch moment, right?
Yeah.
So you got to teach I don't care what trust you set up, you got to teach your bloodline your knowledge. You got to create CEOs, and pass down the knowledge, not just and that's why people create it and then people come to destroy it.
But you need
And
the
then-
crazy part about the whole scenario.
Plus, we be born in some other body, and I'm gonna come and take it out of the mud again.
Same here.
Lifetime after lifetime.
Oh, yeah. But you know what's crazy about
This
this whole
seems
scenario?
familiar. It's like the Matrix. You like Neo with the
Yeah.
bullets. Like,
No, check this out. We're gonna have Tesla robots. Everyone's gonna have an Optimus bot, and that Optimus bot will probably be responsible of all your crypto stuff too. Think about that. And when you pass
I
away,
think-
that bot will probably do everything for you.
Hey, real quick, we got
or
a
kill
super
everybody in your
chat.
family.
Soldier of Judah, appreciate you, fam. He got 5 on it. He says, "Won't you be able to make purchases with our XRP and never be taxed?"
That's what I think,
they
bro.
got-
They're gonna incentivize
Think
the
so?
people. Oh, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
and if they're utility, why would they want to worry about taxes? Or they just get out of taxes, they could use it, but we got to pay taxes on everything we do. It just doesn't make sense. I think. I don't think you're gonna have to worry about taxes like we're assuming, but they leave you in the gray area. Oh, we need this. The plan's already set, bro. The whole system's already set.
Well,
just
bro,
waiting.
the narrative lately has been like down with the IRS, bro. Hella
Yep.
legislation, hella shit talking about IRS. If you zoom out, you look at like the MSM, bro. It's all like anti-IRS. So
I think we're.
I think that's alluding to what's coming, bro.
Yeah.
But then
My
a currency that's worldwide. Now you're implicating your shit all over the world, right? How do you get tax code to work? It just I don't know. I don't see it. I see, as you buy shit, you're paying taxes on it, man. They're gonna get the tax money
I'm a
regardless.
citizen of Palau. In Palau, we don't do that. In Palau. No, I'm serious, man. I'm getting my Palau ID on y'all. Watch.
You're also a dual citizen with Norway, or what is it, Sweden? Because you're a Viking. You're Scandinavian.
That too. Yeah. 1.0000. It's put it like this: you can get more SHX.
Well, there's
a lot of
lots.
zeros in front.
If you guys in the chat haven't done the research, there's lots of golden passport spots, and they only ask for like a couple $100,000 worth of investment. You either buy a big house there, or you give the government like a couple $100,000, and you're automatically a citizen. And because of that, you're literally, I think you spend like 2 weeks a year there. I think minimum, wherever it is. It could be Puerto Rico, Greece, Ecuador, whatever. There's tons of countries that do it. But those ones are no tax. They don't mess with you. As long as you go there 2 weeks a year and you have a house, you're good. So that's legal. That's legal. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of people move to Dubai, like on paper.
Yeah, I think honestly, I don't think it'll be a lot of people. I think a lot of people who are in crypto. I think a lot of people in crypto will be doing it, but there's still not a lot of people in crypto.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of
the majority of the people that are in it, they got very minor bags. They don't really, they believe in it, but I'm too scared. I got a couple hundo.
It's not about they don't believe in it. It's like they don't understand it. Let's be honest here. There's a difference, right?
They're not told they need to use it yet. That's the thing.
Right. People who
once they're told that they have to use it, they'll use it.
Well, Netflix is about to tell them with that documentary.
Most people don't even have the money. They're week to week, and then they're like, let me get that back, even if they put a couple $100 in.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the people who don't understand what's going on, what moment in history we are in, and what time period we're in, right? Like, people don't really understand about the population crisis, nor people don't understand about the $7.7 trillion worth of bonds that's about to expire. So at some point in time, we're going towards a default, right? It's inevitable. So at some point in time, there's gonna be tax reform. There's gonna be a switch of currency or something, because fiat currency always crashes, right? So there's gonna be some point in time that we're at right now where a new form of currency that's liquid will come out to save the day, because it's the only way from stopping the whole damn thing from just burning down, right? You need
right. They have to have that solution. They got that solution ready, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's called as DJT would say, it's called the US dollar. Let's go.
Yeah. So like you hear
XRPL is going to
right?
make fiat stronger, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. They tell you that the dollar is not going anywhere, because it's not going anywhere. It's 90% of trade. So for anyone to think that the dollar is going to be replaced by Bitcoin or XRP or any currency,
dude, when the dollar's on the XRPL, game over.
Yeah,
but the MSM has been, the mainstream media has been running this like, is this the end of fiat? Is this the end of fiat? And no, it's just going to coexist. They might get rid of the pyramid on the back of the dollar, and have some new dollar, but it's still
got to be the Phoenix, man. The Phoenix is fiat, dude.
Yeah,
telling
put
you.
an X on the back
What-
instead of the deep state pyramid.
FLA
It's really hard
trucker.
to explain to people. It's really hard.
This sort of falls in line with what
It's really
Nerdy's
hard
going
to
to say. FLA trucker says, "What's the minimum bag needed for a newbie just in on XRP?" Like,
Oh, you can get at this moment, bro.
always said 2,500 minimum, right? And then the people that do the research and gain the knowledge, they'll naturally want to get more for themselves. But if we go on a $10 XRP run in the next 6 months and you do get 2,500, you're probably gone. You see what I'm saying? And that's the hard part. They might get it, but they're not going to be able to stick around and ignore the dollar signs for the big money. Because if you get 2,500 and they show you $10, that's 25 G's, bro. Most people are not going to ignore that money, you know?
Yeah.
But I can pay off my car loan.
Yeah. Like what I was going to say is like a lot of people don't understand it's the infrastructure itself that's upgrading, right? So
I'm going into Glendale JCPenney today.
Oh my God.
Dude, what is he doing?
GDLT, we know where you're at. Skynet knows now.
He's like, you scared him off.
Gee,
You gotta mute the mic.
I already muted
45 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
But like people don't understand.
Shout out
like
to the chat. We love you guys. Thanks for coming in. Go ahead.
Smash them likeys.
It's the infrastructure itself that's upgrading. So for example, like how they talk about, you know, these ISO standards and stuff like that. Well, like you have 222, but you also have 2701 too. That's security, right? And then you have that goes with the SOC compliances. Then you have your DIDs that's coming out, and your DIDs are going to connect to your authentication. So without your new form of authentication, you won't be able to even interact with the new world, right? Because you have all the cybersecurity narrative that's going on right now. So in order to, like Ukraine, that whole stuff that happened in Ukraine with the DO wallet and how Stellar's saying that it was successful and all that was a plot, right? So that was a whole pilot of like test pilot. Let's just see if this works on a country, and it did, right? So everyone was able to vote, everyone was able to do their taxes, everyone was able to receive aid, everyone now lives with their DO wallet. Like that's how they operate within society, right? So that's exactly what's going to happen here. And that's exactly what Europe has been doing. Like, so Europe has a whole agenda that they're going to start to push. So is Canada, and so is all the other countries, right? So it's a matter of time that stuff happens here. Because the thing about, so people who say, oh, we're never going to have that here. We have freedom. Okay, that's fine and all. But you have to understand, if in order for you to even interact with any of those things, you're going to have to go through that process. It doesn't really matter where you're going to buy. At the end of the day, it's about compliance. And compliance and regulations is what owns and control this whole freaking space, right? Because we're now in the financial sphere. We're not in like some, small business stuff. You're like in the global sector of finance. So things are very different. Things are very.
Bro, you just want a Tesla robot, bro. That's what you want, Nerdy.
I want a Tesla robot. I want 3 Tesla robots in the cyber.
Well, hold on. What if it turns out like Butler and Jihad? What if the robots take over like in Dune? Like now you got to have a Butler and Jihad. No more thinking machines.
Real quick. We got our guest here. Let's go ahead and welcome in Rob Cunningham to the show.
It's about time, Rob. You a little late for work today, player. Rob, you a little late today, Rob. What's going on, man?
Well, I think he needed the link actually emailed to him. He was locked out of Twitter, it looks like.
Hey, what's going on, Rob?
Defund the politicians.
Defund
the politicians.
Rob Cunningham.
What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Nice
Welcome in,
brother.
Yeah, he's
nice.
got that bottle of
Cheers.
wine.
Oh, I thought that was like the old school bottle of Ripple. I don't know if y'all know about that.
Wine right there.
The old school Ripple bottle. Remember,
Hey guys,
XR wine right
really,
there.
I'm really sorry. I don't know what the hell happened, but they've locked me out of my X account, and so the link to the video was inside my X account, and Bagman just saved me finally. So I apologize.
Oh, nice.
I
It's
know.
all good.
welcome in, brother.
We got a
Appreciate
write-up
you
for
coming
you.
in.
It's all right.
We got it right up. It's all ready to sign. You're late, Rob.
I'm sorry. Put me in detention. I got a lot of wine.
Yeah.
So, Rob Cunningham, you're a philosopher, you're a finance guy, you're a bank guy, you understand, you're a veteran too. I take it. We read up on your bio. Welcome aboard, bro. Extra Bullish Hour. It's good to have you. Thank you, sir. Welcome aboard.
I'm honored to be here with all you guys, man. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for bringing the heat every single day and every week, man. It's hey, truth cannot be destroyed. Period. End of
Facts.
story. It cannot be
That's right.
destroyed. And you guys are bringing it, man. I really, we need more. We need more men with balls, and we just gotta stop the bullshit. You know.
But
Beautiful.
Rob, everyone's cutting them off.
Fuma's got balls. You got nuts, right? Fuma?
I said everyone's cutting them off. That's why.
He's got a
Damn
nut
right I
right
got
there,
nuts.
bro. Yeah.
Well, that's the war, man. I did a post this morning, and it just kind of came to me, kind of a download. But we talk about big pharma and big media and big everything, but it came to me that the biggest industry on planet Earth is big ignorance, and the entire system is designed to divide us and conquer us through bullshit, through narrative, through academia, through culture, through religion, through you name it. It's all about keeping us stupid so then they can harvest us and enslave us. And until we figure out what truth is and what our source is and the power that we have and why the hell we're even here in the first place, man, they're just kicking our ass because
That's right.
we're fighting the battle on the wrong playing field. We're conceding to their bullshit narratives and assumptions and presumptions. We don't know who we are, and then they box our ears off, because we're just fighting the damn wrong fight. And if we think politicians are going to get us out of this shithole, we need a gold medal for as ignorant guys. I mean, come on, it's unbelievable.
I like your post
It is,
about
man.
cognitive dissonance, Rob. It's beautiful. Speaking our language too, bro. Like we talk about it regularly, not to be disrespectful to the people that are still having issues. But yeah, this is why people get upset when their beliefs are challenged. You know what I mean? A mental conflict occurs when beliefs are contradicted by new information. This conflict activates areas of the brain involved in personal identity and emotional response to threats. The brain's alarms go off when a person feels threatened on a deeply personal and emotional level, causing them to shut down and disregard any rational evidence that contradicts what they previously regarded as truth. And that is plain and simple what most of the population is going through. And I think right now they're getting drip fed truth, or at least a certain narrative that, hey, this is coming. But I think there's like a little bit of a, thing going behind the scenes where they don't want to give too much truth too fast because people's brains will explode. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you think, Rob? Like, I think that it's sorry, go ahead.
Think about the wisdom of the concept, the teaching. 365 times we were told, fear not. And cognitive dissonance comes from fear. Why? Maybe because the creators or the authors or the source knew that fear would be a currency, and they would weaponize that currency. And my people are destroyed by their lack of knowledge. Okay? If we don't know who we are and whose we are, what kind of power we have, what kind of authority we have, what kind of rights and dominion and all of that stuff that we have, man, we get scared to death. We get attached to our ego, to our title. The big three, what do guys do? We chase after gold, girls, and glory, right? We got to get laid, get rich. We got to have the Lambo. We got to have the title. We got to be a badass. We got to be the champ. And then if anything threatens one of those three things, or we don't find satisfaction in those things, then, we're a loser. We go to war over more stuff. We don't call me your name and don't talk about my mama. I'm gonna have to come kill
Yeah.
you. It's
Words.
it's
But implement a
words.
30% tax on my labor.
Yeah,
I'd say, like, when you say that, like, fear is a huge part of it, but fear is the number one, right? They keep you in that low frequency and make you scared of doing what's right, and they fear you and they trap you. But also, like, what I've noticed is a lot of it ego too, but trauma. We're just fucking sifting through the trauma, and when you heal yourself, then you get it like strengthens you. Like me being a conspiracy theorist, right? It made me stronger because instantly the apparatus, everyone's working against you now. Like, oh yeah, don't be like him. He's a fucking blah, 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 But trauma is a huge part of it too, man. Like, cause there's families that they're all passing, and then relationships. Some people, two healed people together are powerful, right?
Yeah,
Two people that just want to be together are powerful. But then most relationships is just the traumas that work together. Like, I'm like this and you're like this, but we sort of work good together because we could put up with each other, right? It's just it's deep, man.
Exactly.
It's really deep.
Another thing I want to add.
Go ahead, Nerdy. Go ahead.
Real quick, another thing I just want to add, what Fuma was saying about taxes and stuff is, it's knowledge, right? It's understanding that, hey, income tax was supposed to be temporary, and they lied, right? Just like a lot of things are supposed to be temporary, and they lied. So it's like, for them to tell you and put some kind of, again, cognitive dissonance about, hey, X, Y, and Z is going to end your life and be in fear. Well, there you go, and people are just like yes men instead of asking questions why, right? And then being American is asking why, questioning the narrative. Why are you telling me to do this? Aren't you the one working for me? But now we're like, okay, yes, master, whatever you say, I'll do. So it's like, I think it's knowledge, and it's been like over years the dumbing down with like taking the pledge out of schools, and like the curriculum in schools today is completely like, that's a psyop in itself. So it's like, I think it's knowledge and a lack of awareness, right? And then people are just, everybody wants to be popular, right? So it's like, you go to a family event and you see people that are only talking about sports or their work or themselves or their social media or something random that doesn't even matter, but you bring up politics or you bring up anything that can affect everyone. All of a sudden you're this crazy person that, oh, you're dulling down the mood. But it's like, if we had more intellectual conversations, just imagine where we would be today, right? If less people were less sensitive and less people were intellectual and we actually talked about things honestly, we'd be in a whole different place. But instead, we're meant to just divide each other and just keep fighting. It's ridiculous, right? That's all. Go ahead.
Leroy, man, you hit the nail on the head, brother. That is the game. If we realize that this war is a narrative war, that's all it is. Who gets to tell the story? Then big ignorance gets us all to goose step. We all have groupthink. We all have tradition. My mama, my teacher, my preacher, everybody does it this way. And if you do anything other than the way you've been taught, then they teach everybody to tell those of us on this call that don't listen to those idiots. Stay in line. Get back in the crowd. Obey, salute, do as you're told, take a knee. But don't think for yourself. We'll do the thinking for you. You just follow along. And that's the bullshit. That is the friggin' bullshit, is that big ignorance, the industry of big ignorance, does not and cannot survive if we wake up and think for ourselves. Period. It can't. They can't exist.
I think on that note, they stifle. When I say they, I mean like the powers that be that know this psychology and know how fear and manipulation works, and they use it against the population. I think that they intentionally stifle innovation because most people, like Buster was saying, most people are worried about family traumas and they're fighting against the debt slave narrative, and they're just constant piles of trauma. and it stops any kind of artistic innovation, any kind of free think. It just stops it, and they don't even need anything physical. It literally is just years and years of pounded propaganda. Hey, buy this. Hey, don't eat butter because of saturated fats. Hey, don't drink soda because XYZ. Hey, don't do this. Hey, make sure you wear red shirts on Sundays, because if you wear a gray shirt, then you're not doing it right. But if you wear a gray shirt on this date, like it's bullshit. And it's just constant navigating the psychological mind. And the most baffling thing, I think, to the people that wake up, much like ourselves, where we get online and we're actually ballsy enough, we're guys with balls enough to be able to speak about this publicly. And the only way that this even gains traction is in numbers. United we stand. The more of us that grow balls to be able to talk about this stuff, the more the sheep come out of their shells and their caves, and they're willing to speak about it. But yeah, bro, this is definitely something that needs a slow rollout, because shocking them awake. That's something I realized over the last 4 years. I thought that this was going to pop off and everybody's going to wake up. You know, the first arrest will shock the public. Remember that? So I thought that was in 2020, bro. But it's been 4 years, so that tells me it needs to be a drip campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Let me piggyback on that, if you don't mind, brother. I'm sorry.
Do it, Rob. Do it, bro. Let's go.
Boiling in my blood right now, brother. So first of all, that post was like October 2017. A lot of people speculate the first time they said something that grandiose was to just shock the system and get millions, if not tens of millions of eyeballs on the Q drops back in 2017. Okay. Trump started coming down the escalator in 2015, talking about leveling the playing field and talking about fake news. And so here we are 7-8 years almost into this now. What, 9 years? 2015 to today. There's been a slow drip of narrative for 9+ years. And if you believe they recruited Trump, and I do, they invited him to come in and join a team. This ain't about one orange man, okay?
Exactly.
There's a whole bunch of damn people that want this bastard World Economic Forum central banking boot off our neck. And everybody wants that fucking boot off our necks, okay? Yeah. So this just started way before 2015 when he started running, okay? So secondly, Patrick Bet David, he's another really he's a badass. He's a main man. But about a couple weeks ago, he highlighted this chick who did a video on Instagram or TikTok or something like that. And in essence, the way she summarized it, this is right down your lane, brother. Look, there's a very tiny number of powerful elite, 300, 500,000 people, who knows, that run this world, okay? And that 300, 500,000 people control about 4%. The assholes, the George Soroses, the central bankers, the Jamie Dimons, the politicians, you know, the 5 media entities that control 95% of the narrative, the banking system, big pharma, you name it. So there's a tiny shithole of people controlling about 4% to try to then brainwash the 90%. Okay, there's 5 or 10% of us that are awake, trying to wake up the 90%. So the war is the 5% awake against the 4% dickheads, and we're fighting. And we're fighting for the 90% in the middle. And the thing is, we've got the truth. We got the facts. We got the receipts. We got the data. We know they're pissing on our leg and telling us it's rainwater. It's bullshit. So the thing they don't want us to do is wake the fuck up.
Exactly.
More Netflix. What's going on in this? Bread and circuses, college football, boxing, baseball, basketball, Netflix, drink, sex, whatever. Go do whatever you want to do, except think for your fucking self.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do
when
that.
Rob, when it's, I mean, I started waking up like 9 years ago, I think, and But I mean, I'm a baby to this game, right? I learned a lot of shit in the last I've learned more in the last 9 years of my life than I did the first 39 years, right?
Amen,
But
brother. Amen. Amen.
I can still see progress. Like hella people are waking up, man. It's undeniable, you know. No matter what you believe, if this is real, that's real.
Yeah.
There's shit I would say 7 years ago, and people thought I was crazy, and now it's like more
now they're coming
mainstream.
back.
So,
Now they're hooking. Hey, Buster, dude, I got a question.
yeah, exactly, man. So that's you know, that just tells me like we're going in the right direction, man. You know, they can't stop.
Think about this case study. Anybody ever hear that story about the time 300 committed badasses beat the ever loving shit out of about 186,000, called the Gideon's Army in the Old Testament? When you know what you know, and you are a badass SEAL team, how many motherfuckers can you take out? Okay, we are committed to the truth and facts and law and power and principle and purpose. We know what's real. Why the hell do we even need any spiritual armor? We need a spiritual armor so we could put the shit on, because they knew there were going to be assholes out there in this big ignorance industry trying to shut us all down. Okay? We didn't. Look, fear not, put on your armor and kick some ass. How about that? That's really that's what we have the ability to do. Big ignorance wants us to think we don't have any armor. You have no purpose. Sit down, shut up, and obey. We're your masters. Fuck you. You're not my master. Okay? You're not my master.
One thing I want to add with that is the big illusion is the Federal Reserve, right? Is the fact that the FDIC cannot insure everybody. It's the fact that the Federal Reserve is insolvent, right? Like there is no money, and I keep saying this, but people, what do you mean there's no money? I have $1 in my pocket. Yeah, but does that dollar have any buying power? No. That's why we're paying freaking $8, $9, $10 for milk. It makes no sense, right? It's because our buying power is going down. And what are we doing? We're printing more money into circulation. So we printed $2 trillion, right? So that's all the money in circulation we've had since the inception of our country that we've printed in 1 year, right? And Janet Yellen and Jerome come out and said that we're going to continue to do this for the next 5 years, right? On top of that, we have $7.7 trillion worth of bonds that's about to expire in 2026. Who's going to buy them? Who's going to buy them when Saudi Arabia, India, Russia, and all these countries are buying up gold and moving towards a liquid currency and moving away from SWIFT? They don't care about your sanctions, and now they're making their own networks, UPI, right? And they're all interoperable. So you can make payments with no fees with the UPI card in Saudi Arabia and use that same money in that same card in Singapore. Where's SWIFT in that? There's no SWIFT. Where's the dollar in that? There's no dollar. Where's anything in that? It's gone. So like, for the dollar to be in trade and to be challenged, you need gold. In order for that to happen, you need to find a new way to adopt upgrade the infrastructure. So what people don't understand that at some point in time, when the awakening moment, I believe, for everybody is when they realize, just like Lebanon, hey, you can't get into your bank, but we'll give you some stock. You know, this is called a bail-in. Welcome to the bank. Welcome to the big bank. You know, they're like, what am I supposed to do with this stock? I don't know, but that's all. That's the best we can do. You know, and people don't understand that there's been laws that's been passed. Like Obama messed a lot of things up, and people don't realize that. And there's been so many things that have been passed that, okay, it's okay to do a psyop on the people. It's okay to do bail-ins. It's okay to say, hey, we don't have no money. It's okay to lie to lie to everybody, right? But people don't realize this stuff. Yeah, people are still cheering for those same people to psyop them harder, right? So it's about knowledge and information and understanding that it's all a big con job. And you have politicians that are telling you, no. If you have feelings and you care about people, just open the gate wide open and let everyone into your home. And we're going to live on the beach, and we're going to buy beach houses for cheap, and just worry about global warming. And I'm going to go on my private plane and go to a meeting in Davos. But hey, we're going to figure out how we can control your lives better. Bro, wake up, guys. What are we doing? Seriously.
So, Rob,
Yeah.
are you thinking that we're going to go the way of like maybe bad system, where perhaps these guys in power are going to, secretly kind of fool the MAGA public that we're patriotic and all this, and you think that eventually, Fed now will still be in place and Federal Reserve and all that shit will still be in place, or do you think we're going to go full fucking hellfire and brimstone? Like, where do you because it sounds like you're on a patriot side, and I love that, bro. I love that. But I just want to know kind of your perspective on where you think we're headed this coming up, because it's taken a while here. Is there a pop coming up? Is there a moment where the straw breaks the camel's back and everybody wakes up? You know what I mean? To all this evil. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, man, for sure. I'm a truth man, I think, more than I am a patriot. Okay, I think patriotism is a derivative of truth. You know what? Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Who doesn't want that? Okay, you want to call. Unfortunately, the narrative makers want you to think patriot equals white nationalist, or Christian nationalist.
Yeah.
Some kind of radical asshole, cousin of Hitler. If you're a patriot, you can't have those. We gotta. That sounds kind of toxic masculinity to me. We gotta. Come on.
Well, we got 2 white guys, 2 black guys, an Indian and a Mexican.
And I'm married to a hot Puerto Rican. So you know what? Call me anything you damn want to call me. I don't give a damn. Okay?
There goes your narrative.
There goes my narrative. Right. There goes my narrative. So, look, this is a house.
Hey, I got some questions for y'all, if you don't mind. Rob, I got some questions for you. You guys mind if I ask some questions?
Well, you got to let the man finish, Fuma. What the
Oh,
fuck?
I'm sorry.
Let him finish, bro. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'm hard of hearing, dude. I apologize.
No worries, man. I'll be quick. Look, law is, okay? Math is. I flew jets in the Air Force. Okay, look, principles are lift, weight, thrust, drag. Fire is hot. Water is wet. Okay, I mean, my soul is invisible, clear. Blood is red. Okay, truth is. And the narrative, the math, every single fiat country in the world has gone to zero because fiat plus interest equals zero. That's the math. Okay, they never intended to pay the debt off. It's never backed by anything. They hijacked our treasury and transplanted it with a City of London NGO called the Federal Reserve. Okay? And it just started printing debt. Not money, it started printing debt. Now, every 2 months, we got to borrow $1 trillion from China or somewhere from our left pocket and put it in our right pocket and pay $1 trillion on the trillion in interest on the 34 trillion that they never intended to pay off in the first place. So we're going to have a mathematical crack up boom, okay? Because the math just doesn't work anymore. Sooner or later, what are we going to start printing $1 trillion a week to pay off, $1 trillion in interest? I mean, it doesn't work. At the end of the day, the Thelma and Louise car goes off the cliff. Okay? That's law. So what are we going into? Are we going to go to the next world reserve currency courtesy of China, courtesy of Russia, courtesy of the EU? The answer is no, no, and hell no. Okay? We're not going to another meet the new boss, same as the old asshole. Okay? We're not going to another world reserve currency with a pompous, arrogant, 10 by 10 square mile District of Columbia that can wage war all over the world for 100 years. Okay? We're not doing that. If we're going to a level playing field where we have interoperability in a land of, let's call it mercantilism, okay? Make Argentina great again. Make America great again. Make Japan great again. Make Italy great again. Let everybody live and let live. If you wanted an interoperable system of value that could exchange itself back and forth, you'd fucking build RippleNet. You build digital architecture. You build an exchange where money and currency, any kind of value can be exchanged for any kind of value in 3 seconds with atomic settlement. All you bankers, go find something else to do.
Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly.
Boom.
Fuma's
Okay.
got questions, bro.
Shout out
Fuma's
to
got
Big Bro
questions.
10. Shout out to Big Bro 10 with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you.
Big
Go ahead,
Bro.
Fuma.
Boom.
Hell yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Fuma, what you got, bro? What you got?
All right. Now we go into the rapid session. We appreciate all the news. Good gracious, all the new. God, why can't I speak today? Jeez, man, we appreciate all the news and everything and the tidbits you're dropping. But I gotta ask these questions. These are the Fuma questions, and everybody already knows what they're gonna be.
Go for
we
it.
gotta ask them. Rob, what are your top 5 cryptos? What are your top 5?
XRP, HBAR, XLM,
Mhm.
XDC,
Mhm.
and probably Algo.
Ah, you monster! Look at him, yo. That Algo's a monster. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, this is another one I'm throwing in there. What is your favorite cold storage wallet? What is your favorite? It could be anything, but what is your favorite?
I'm a lazy bastard, man. I got in 4 years ago. I've got stuff on Ledger Live. I don't trade shit. I hold. I haven't updated any software. I got my cold wallet on my Ledger. It's been sitting there collecting dust for 4 years, and I use the Ledger Live, man. The Nano.
Yeah, he's
X.
like, hey, he's one
I got
way
the
guy. He's a
Nano X.
one way guy. He's
Well,
a
the
one way guy.
keyword is the transactions. The keyword is the transactions and then not updating it, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's ugly now because you can receive on it, but don't try to move anything or do anything. They're like, we need that update.
Yeah.
All right. No, I'm not gonna ask this. Okay, what is your least favorite crypto? Give me your least favorite one. Like you're like, that's just trash.
Well, I'm going to give you a caveat, brother. My wife and I have owned a business leadership training strategy company for a long time. One of my favorite sayings is culture is destiny. Okay. If you run a shit shop, that thing's going to break. It's not going to last. The product's going to go out of business. The culture at Ethereum with Joseph Lubin and all the boys in the SEC and, Vitalik Buterin. I'm not saying that the Ethereum virtual machine and some of the technology isn't good, but Ethereum as a project sucks.
All right.
And I wouldn't touch it, never have touched it, and I can't stand that is the ground zero for corruption, banker manipulation, rug pull, media propaganda, bullshit, political payoffs, the propaganda to get everybody in the world to look over here. We get 40,000 projects, and all the effing media wants to talk about is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ethereum. If they're telling us to go in that direction, you can bet your sweet ass it ain't for our benefit. It's for theirs.
All right, I got another question, and this is like one of the Wild West questions.
Right.
Like it can be in any direction, any way you want it. It's just boom. What has been your biggest mistake in crypto? Like you made a mistake or whatever. It doesn't matter. What is your biggest mistake, and take it any way you want you've ever done in crypto?
Wow, it's a good one. I think ignoring the industry for too long. I mean, I had heard rumblings about, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, maybe in 2015 and 16 and 17, and it sounded kind of fanciful. And I didn't lock in like a bulldog, with its over center lock, teeth in the ass of crypto until probably February of 2020, and
Okay.
yeah, so I
let you
got
slide. Ordinarily, I call people out on bullshit stuff like that. Bro, I'm talking like, did you lose a bag? Like, but I'll let you slide on that one.
No, I don't.
Cool.
No. I'll be happy. Look, brother, I own my shit. I do. I own. Look, I'll tell you what it was. I backed up the truck to Ripple Private Equity an XRP within 30 days of learning all about it, reading about it, getting to my level of satisfaction. And again, you got to know my background was MIS, computer science. I was an instructor pilot in the Air Force. I worked for Merrill Lynch and Smith Barney. My best man was the CIO of a top 3, payments company in the world. I studied this stuff, and when I saw it for the first time, when I saw XRP, and then I went to the Ripple.com website, the shit just sang off the page to me.
There you go.
It was like God did a download on me. And it was like, bam, honey, get the checkbook. It's like
that's how it is. I did the same thing. I was like, the way I took it was like, how am I the only person reading this? I kind of look around like, is this one of the agencies messing with me, saying something to me? Like,
so 90% of what I've ever done in this space has been a buy and hold in the Ripple XRP kind of ecosystem. It's about 90%. Okay. And I haven't touched much of it. So any little tiny bullshit fuck ups I did in that 10% ain't really worth even talking about, because it was probably an impulsive purchase and a buy and a sell or something. I don't know. But
what's been your biggest win in crypto? Just in crypto, what has been your biggest win? Like, yeah, I did this and boom, and this is the win I got out of it.
I think in crypto, H-bar's been big. 4 cents, that's been big. XDC's been pretty damn good for me. 25 cents, 25-cent average basis on XRP, with all the shit they've thrown at it, and we got a hundy in this market, and I'll buy more, if you got to say, oh shit, I've only made 100% on an investment, you ain't got anything to bitch about.
Especially with the stock game, man. The stock game, you're happy with 3%. Maybe 17 on a good day, and then all of a sudden you wake up, you got a fat Q on the end of that stock, and it's gone. There's no way to recover. It's liquidation.
And look, the fact is, none of this crypto that we own is fiat dollar denominated. That's the beauty of it. None of it is based on the house of cards. It's based on a whole different system. And so to me, as long as, look, I tell people all the time, go to the ISO 20022 website and look at the top 8 that they're looking at. Look at the top 10.
I tell them all the time too, man.
You know what? Start your research there. I ain't going to give you any financial advice, but if you can shave down the 40,000, crypto world to 10, that's a damn good first step. Go there.
Dude, y'all in the chat, man. This dude is speaking the truth. Y'all need to listen to this. ISO 222. That'll lead you to the glory. Straight up.
Real quick, we got a super chat from Louisiana. Appreciate you. We got the $20 bomb. He says, the math ain't mathing with this old system. Go digital, folks. Thanks for everything, guys. You're all appreciated. Also, shout out to Jam 2.1 with the 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, fam. We got a muser asking if we covered XRP ETF currently trading in Sweden. And also, I got a couple questions, Rob, from the chat, if you don't mind. Someone's asking your XRP price prediction in 5 years.
Wow. Look, value is more important than price. Okay. What do I mean by that? If they've been pumping us up and making eggs $18 for a dozen, and it really ought to be, $2, $1.50, and shit gets back into equilibrium, and all of our assets stay exactly where they are, and our purchasing power goes up 8x. Do we really give an F what the price of XRP is? I mean, if we could all go out in 5 years from now with the exact same dollar amounts in our wallets that we have right now on a nominal level, okay? Let's say it's stuff, and we can go all buy 2 extra Lambos and a beach house. It's about purchasing power, not necessarily price in and of itself. It's like information without context is just noise. Okay. If I tell you, oh, it's going to be $50, great. Well, what's eggs going to cost me? What's a car going to cost me? How much is a gallon of gas going to be? What's a house going to cost me? If you don't know the rest of the story, just throwing out a random number does two things. A, it's a half truth. And B, you don't know what the hell. There's so many other variables at play here. Price by itself doesn't mean shit. It's price in the context of what it'll buy us. Are we going back to housing prices in the 60s? Are we going back to, what is the true market value of these collateralized mortgage obligations, these commercial real estate buildings that have 22% occupancy at $9 a square foot? What's the value
They're
of
not
those
ready to
buildings?
hear that. They're not ready. It's going to be an ugly bomb
And Rob-
dropping like in the next
Rob,
4
you're
months.
You're actually on point with Zerker because Zerker's been preaching and he wants that 80-cent bread for the last year. Let's go back to an 80-cent loaf of bread. So you guys are saying the same thing, man. And a lot of people don't.
That's right.
They don't understand that concept, like economics, man.
Well, guys, let's think about this for a second. If we're going to go to a level playing field, okay, I want everybody to hear this mental construct. If we're going to go to a level playing field, then, and that means a 20 equals a 20 equals a 20, okay? And the formula is going to be, we have to have X amount of commodities like gold in inventory. We have to have Y amount of currency in circulation relative, some kind of ratio connected to that commodity. And the total amount of currency we can put in circulation is going to have something to do with the GDP of our country. Okay. What are we really putting out? What are our natural resources? What's our manufacturing capacity? Do we have oil? Do we have grain? Do we have rare earth minerals? Because if we want a level playing field and we want a 20 to equal a 20 to equal a 20, okay, Argentina might be able to put out X number of 20s and America might be able to put out 75X number of 20s. But a 20 ought to equal a 20 ought to equal a 20. So if I'm going to send some of my value, my XRP that's worth, let's say $80, and I send $80 to somebody in Zimbabwe right now, what will 80 American dollars buy you in Zimbabwe today? You're a motherfucking badass. With an extra 50 or 10,000 American dollars in Zimbabwe. I mean, how do we level the playing field, not from just a pricing standpoint, but from a value standpoint? How do we God is no respecter of person or title. Money and value should be 20 ought to equal 20 ought to equal 20 everywhere around the world. Okay. And so there's a leveling of that value proposition. Money is a trust system, guys. That's all it is. Money is a trust system. It's supposed to be a public good for the general welfare of people to be able to transfer their time, talent, treasures, and their abundance with other people on a fair level. It's not supposed to be a private, for-profit, tightly owned NGO corporation that benefits a few at the expense of the many. Money is a trust system, and the reason the current assholes don't want transparency and accountability is because they don't want us to see what they've been doing in the dark. They can't operate their system without transparency and light, and they don't want to be held accountable. So when all the light switches come flipping on in all the countries and we have a level interoperable playing field, the price of XRP is going to be based on the big picture, not just what a few folks on Wall Street want it to be. It's going to be based on the big picture of a global trust system and not just a bunch of American assholes. So that's my answer.
Can I tap in real quick? All right.
Tap
Rob
it,
touched
nerdy,
on so
tap
many
it,
good
bro.
points. And this is one thing that I keep talking about, but people keep saying, well, then what's about the market cap? Okay. All right. Listen to me. Check this out. Okay. When you have in a liquidity crisis, the only thing that solves a liquidity crisis is gold, right? It's 100%. That's the only thing that solves a liquidity crisis, right? Gold, silver, and energy, because energy is money, right? So in a system where you want to send US dollars to somebody, like Rob's saying, so if I were to send 10 US dollars to someone in Japan and they were to receive 10 yuan, yen, it should be the same, right? There shouldn't be a difference between a dollar and yuan, I mean yen or whatever, or rupees or whatever your currency is, right? The only way in order for that to happen is that you need liquidity, and that liquidity is gold. Okay, but you can't send a brick of gold. You can't say, hey, I'm gonna send you my US gold treasury dollars to Japan, right? That conversion is still gonna happen. Well, how do you fix that? Well, you need to have, well, Judy Sheldon keeps talking about this. It's called ESDR, right? She keeps talking about it, SDR. Now with the SDR is that you have a basket. Now that basket is not just gold, it's commodity. So it can be energy, it can be food, it can be anything, right? You basket that, and that's your liquidity. And everyone is going to need a system to deploy their own currency upon. Hello, that's XRP, right? That's your
It's the
Ripple net.
gold standard in a cryptocurrency kind of way.
So
Exactly.
So we're not saying like that XRP is gonna be backed by gold. That's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is that in order for an SDR to exist, right, in a digital form, you're going to need a network of interoperability to get rid of the nostrovostros from people stealing them. Because if you go back into that system, you haven't fixed anything yet, right? You need to solve the problem, and then the problem is the central banks. The problem is the SWIFT system was just messaging, right? And that's where Ripple comes in, because Ripple is messaging and liquidity in one. So the interoperable from dollars to yen or whatever will happen on chain instantly. The automated market maker, the liquidity, everything happens on chain, instantaneously. And that's what we're trying to explain to people, like, hey, not everyone's going to be able to take advantage of this time and period that we are today. Just like back in the day, no one knew that everyone should be opening up a railroad. Had people knew that everyone should open up a railroad, everyone would be rich back then. But that's not what happened. And we're in that time today where if you understand that AI and blockchain and air taxis and all this sci-fi stuff that people want, it's not going to happen without blockchain. It's not going to. You need to solve the money problem, sir, first, right? In order for a machine to get paid from another machine, that needs to have a liquidity transfer. Whether it's a person, a payment to a person, or a person to a robot, that money problem is still there, right? So that's where we are, and that's what's going on, and that's why they say that, hey, you have wholesale CBDCs, which is a private ledger, right? And then you have retail CBDCs, which is a public ledger. So you have to understand what you're investing in. And that goes into the ISO standards. That goes into the 222s, the 2700s, and the TC307s, right? It's all interoperable with each other. You know, once you understand that the projects that BIS is doing with Roslyn and it's all this stuff, you understand the FedNow system itself, right, is supposed to upgrade SWIFT. Well, SWIFT has a GPI. Well, guess what is GPI? It's ACI. ACI worldwide is owned by Ripple, right? So is Finastra. So is Medico. And Medico is working with HSBC tokenizing gold, right? So the system is happening right in front of your face, but no one is paying attention. That's all.
Yeah.
Don't forget the underhanded. Don't forget the underhanded purchase of standard custody, which is PolySign. They bought them both. They bought them all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry, go
To
ahead.
simplify, though, what Nerdy's saying, I mean, that's high level stuff. A lot of today's show is a lot of knowledge, right? But to simplify what Nerdy said, most people aren't going to grasp that. You just need to know, get your fucking ZERPs up and go sit your ass down and wait. That's all you have to do. Right? If you understand that, you're ahead of the game. You don't have to understand everything. You just got to know, go get your ZERPs and go sit down.
And one thing I will say, is don't forget about some silver. Get yourself some silver because you might need it.
It's funny you say that, man. I'm literally on AppMex right now buying silver because
Hey guys,
silver while
we
here.
went a little overtime today. We went a little overtime today, but Rob, if you didn't know, right after the Extra Bullish Hour, we do another show. Berserker and Uncle Buster have coffee time, which is an open platform. We open the door to everybody in the chat. If you have some extra time, if you want to stay on another extra half hour, we're going to jump over to coffee time and this one. But we
Brother,
do appreciate you.
I'd be honored, man. I'd love to. I'm sorry I was late, but man, whenever we can do this again, hopefully I'll get my X account back up today or tomorrow. And yeah, man, this has been awesome, guys. It's nice to meet all of you, and thank you for doing what you do.
For sure.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Appreciate your time, Rob. We're going to go ahead and close this one out. Don't jump out yet. We'll send you the link for coffee time, and we'll go ahead and continue the discussion over there. Shout out to everybody who tuned in for this one. Another one, we do this every Sunday at 10:05 PST, the Extra Bullish Hour. And then we got coffee time coming up right next with Uncle Buster and Berserker. Shout out to everybody on the panel, Zerker, Uncle Buster, Fuma, Nerdy, GDLT, and our special guest, Rob Cunningham. All his information is in the description box. Make sure to give him a follow on Twitter. Check out his cool show. You do a cool show right on Twitter Spaces and stuff like that?
Wednesday nights at 7:30. Yes, sir.
There you go. Hit him up on Twitter. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Appreciate everybody stopping in. Shout out to everybody who dropped a super chat. Appreciate you, Rob, for the super chat. Soldier of Judah, Big Bro 10, Anger Scrim, Louisiana, and Josh. Appreciate you guys.
Can I say one thing for you?
Last word.
Off? Congratulations to Rob, because nobody makes bags go overtime on his shows.
For real. Usually we get cut off by now.
Salute to Rob.
Salute.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Usually we get booted off by now.
Yeah, Rob, you're welcome on anytime. Bagman, thanks for having us, bro. I appreciate this. This is always nice. It brings the community together. And not a lot of people are doing it, bro. They're too afraid, like on YouTubes and shit. They could do it on the spaces. There's lots of people that like the audio, but when it comes to video, it's a whole nother animal, bro. So
Yeah.
it's nice. It's nice that you have us. Thank you, bro.
100%.
Any other last words? Fuma, Nerdy?
Let's go do some coffee time.
Hey, thank you, Rob. We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and close out the show. Rob, stay on. We'll give you the link. Later, glitches.
Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it up. XRP to the moon. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. Gotta pump my bags up, pump it to the moon. Pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon.